Two cameras, same style, but one of them is probably gonna take home the title of King of 360. Today, I'm comparing the Insta360 X5 to the DJI Osmo360. I'm gonna put them to test here in Bali, do a few adventures, and see which one is actually worth putting in your bag next time you go out and shoot. First up, design. They both look very similar. The Insta360 is a bit longer, while the DJI is a bit fatter. But here's where Insta360 X5, in my opinion, really shines. Because it's a 360 camera, the lens comes out like that, which means it's very, very easy to scratch or damage or even break. And DJI doesn't, for now, support any lens changes, while Insta360, you can simply buy a new lens package on their shop and you can change it yourself within a few minutes. The DJI Osmo360 on paper has 10-bit log, and it does have that, but once you put it through the studio and you export it with all that compression, you do end up losing a lot of detail. And this is one thing that got me excited, but once I actually tested out, I was a little bit disappointed by it. Now the Insta360 X5 skips 10-bit log, but just implemented adaptive tone, which retains detail in shadows and highlights. And let's be honest, most people who actually shoot with these cameras don't really care about log, just care about footage looking good straight out of camera. And this is what Insta360 does best. In low light, pure video from the X5 is definitely better. It keeps shadows and highlights very balanced, and it retains details pretty much all around the image. Same with slow motion, you get 120 frames per second rather than 100. Not a huge gap, but to be honest, it's better to have more frames, right? Now, if you ever waited forever for 360 footage to stitch, you'll definitely love this. The X5's AI stitching is almost twice as fast as Osmo's high precision mode. That's more time outside, less time watching a progress bar. Okay, let's see who performs better when it comes to stabilization and, while we're at it, audio, because I'm recording this right now with both the Osmo360 and the Insta360 X5, and I just want to see, what this scene looks like. There's a lot of dynamic range. There's the sun right here. It's a big dynamic range scene. It's mid-afternoon, but now we're gonna go go-karting. And going go-karting, which means we're gonna test out the stabilization of both of this camera and see who performs better. Now, audio is something a lot of action camera, or more specifically just 360 camera, I feel like it's very hard to master, because these cameras are made for action, for fast movement, sports and stuff like that. Which means that as soon as a bit of speed comes into place and wind comes into place, they need to have a pretty good wind guard. So let's test. This is the DJI Osmo360. How's this sounding, huh? I'm running. Does this sound good? I don't know, probably look like an idiot, but does it sound good? Can you hear me? Now let's try the same with the Insta360. 60 on, let's go for a run. Here we go. Running at the same speed. Running at the same speed. See, how's the audio sounding? When it comes to the app and the software, Insta360, it's definitely more advanced. And this is probably because it's just been more time since Insta360 has been doing this compared to DJI. The DJI app feels slow and it just feels outdated compared to Insta360 fast and reliable workflows. So here's the final verdict. In my opinion, and not just because I've been working with Insta360 before, I do feel like their X5 is a lot more complete and it's just superior in all things compared to the DJI one. It might be because Insta360 has been in the game for longer while DJI hasn't. Who knows? This is just my opinion. You can have yours. If you do want to check out any of these cameras, there's a link down in the description. Thanks so much for sticking around until here, and I'll see you guys next week in the next video. See ya.